Warning for anyone thinking about using sites like Craigslist to find rental properties.
Yeah, more than half dozen folks have come forward saying the deal they were promised turned out to be a dud.
Tonight, they are reaching out to News 5 for help. Eric Ross is live with this story tonight. And Eric, what's going on here?
Rob and Jen, this house behind me was listed for rent on Craigslist for $350 a month, subleasing rooms with all utilities paid. But when tenants move in, they said those promises quickly turned into lies. Katrina Cirillo thought she found the perfect rental home on Craigslist, this 2,000 square foot house on Chamberlin near B Street.
TV was on, water was working, heat was working, everything was just perfectly fine.
Just a few days after moving in, the power was disconnected and the water was shut off.
And then just downhill from there.
She's not the only one left in the dark. About 6 others renting separate rooms are left without heat or running water.
You know, I called him and I was like, hey, the power's off to this building. Like, we kind of need the power on. We got food in the fridge. We just brought groceries. Like, I'm not trying to have them go bad. And he fed us this line saying that he went and paid for the bill at like 5, and it was too late for the crew to come out here and turn the power back on.
Several days had passed, and after calling the power company, she says they told her there was an unpaid bill topping $1,100 that needed to be paid. Everyone living here says they rented rooms from the same landlord, a man by the name of George Perone, who allegedly promised them utilities and water were included in their monthly rent. So who is this George Perone? 5 uncovers he doesn't own this house. Instead, he's renting the property and subleasing rooms to turn a profit.
This is a scam. It's just a flat-out scam, and if the system can stop this man from doing this to other people, then I think we won this battle.
Homeowner Anthony Jackson says he rented his house to Perone, who ran the same alleged scam, subleasing rooms, promising paid utilities, then not paying the bill. When Jackson found out about this operation, he parted ways with Perone.
He is ripping people off. It's about the money.
There are also allegations Perone is terminating lease agreements early without offering refunds in order to collect money from new tenants moving in.
I've seen them move out stuff from people's rooms, like either into the garage or onto the curb, and before they were supposed to be moving out.
Right now, these tenants are at a loss. They say Perone won't return their security deposits, and their electricity and water is still disconnected.
They're just trying to make a quick buck, and they don't care who they destroy in the process.
And this afternoon, we set up an undercover sting where Perone was supposed to meet a prospective tenant, but after waiting an hour and a half, he failed to show. We also placed several phone calls for comments, but tonight we have yet to hear anything back.
Well, and Eric, quick question. In situations like this, where tenants allege this landlord isn't keeping up with this end of the deal, what legal action can they take?
Well, Jen, in situations like this, law enforcement can do very little. Now, of course, if you feel you're entitled to any monetary damages, you could file a case in civil court, but again, that costs money and takes a lot of time. On a final note, we've said this before and we'll say it again, whenever you're dealing with contracts, be sure to get the agreement in writing and make sure it's signed. Unfortunately, agreements that aren't signed and verbal agreements rarely hold up in court. Back to you.
Eric, good advice. Thanks for that.